Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream today. It has been a mad day for my part, very busy, but I'm glad I can kind of escape what's going on right now and do this stream. I think all of you are still dancing to the intro music. There's a good 20-second delay, unfortunately. I'm just going to have to blame Streamlabs for that. I can't do too much about that, unfortunately, but we'll move on to what the PS5 would have to say. And I've not changed my subscriber goal. I need to do that right now. Hang on a minute, guys. Because we're not on 778. We are on 783, I believe. Need to know how to spell first. Just takes a couple of seconds. This 783. Gotta put an end date, which doesn't even exist on this. There we go, 783. Right, so at the moment, let's start this FIFA 21 predicts, potentially the final one. Although I have just checked the price of FIFA 22. If you pre-order it and get a digital copy, 90 quid! Don't know if I really want to spend that money, honestly, on a game I'm only just going to use for predictions, but it's one of those things, isn't it? Charlie Brown with a comment right now. You can't be wearing that kind of blue around London. Well, won't be going near London anytime soon, but I get the reference. Yeah, Arsenal are definitely going to be feeling the Kings of London after their North London derby win. They can have the North. Chelsea can have the West and just the South. They can have everywhere. You know, they tend to actually do well against London teams, and Spurs, on the other hand, are turning out to be the absolute wimps of the London clubs, losing to Palace and losing to Arsenal and Chelsea. Not great, isn't it? All they need to do now is lose to West Ham, and then lose to Brentford. Then they can lose to every single London club possible. Watford as well is another one. HITC's prediction of Hull is not looking great. Yeah, I knew, you know, sometimes you make an outlandish prediction on one club and you hope and pray that that it pulls off. But yeah, I think Hull would not have been the best choice. If someone did Coventry right now, they'd be looking rather smart right now. It's not 90 quid, that's the Ultimate Edition. Oh, right, that's probably to get the game early, maybe. Yeah, you know what? I'll actually look into the standard edition. Probably that's the one I'm probably going to get. Only the gamblers spend the 90. Yeah, I'm not going. If I were to be invested in FIFA 22, I probably would. Corberan is losing it at Huddersfield. That is two back-to-back performance where we look clueless. It reminded me when we had Jan Siebert in charge. I mean, I'm currently editing, I'm not editing now, clearly, because I'm live streaming, but I was, before I was live, editing my reaction video, and I said it's back-to-back defeats for Huddersfield now, and that, for me, I mean, what was the most worrying sign was not having a single shot on target. I believe they didn't have a single shot on target, and I think Swansea had 5 to 6 shots on target. So it's not a really good sign if Huddersfield cannot create any meaningful chances. I still back my point that I think the squad is good enough to do more for what it's doing. Maybe it was overperforming at the start of the season. Maybe had a bit of confidence potentially. But yeah, I think naturally that Huddersfield will just go through pigs and troughs of form. They'll go for good form, bad form, and then good form again. It's just depending what the standard you want Huddersfield to be, really. You know, if you had high standards, you wouldn't really want to be in this poor form for long, wouldn't you? Just steal it. Well, if I was crafty enough, I probably could. I had a mare in both fantasies. Right, I know in Gaffer I did amazingly well. Premier League I don't want to talk about because it was a disaster there. But I know for a fact I did well because I was annoyed, actually, that I didn't put my triple captain or multi-captain, whatever that boost is called. Because if I did, I'd have got around 200 points. Now, I don't know if the capture feature is working on Streamlabs at the moment, so I don't know if I can check. I'll see if I can fix it. Bristol should be talked about. More people thought that they would be nearby. Yeah, you know what? And I do, to be fair, because there have been a couple of Bristol City fans that have approached me saying, you know, I don't back them for much, honestly. But I make it very clear in this video, and with my following prediction as well, that I think Bristol City are going... Oh, what a nice goal. Brilliant goal. I believe that's Pereira, actually. No, it's not Pereira at all. What am I saying? It's Ndai, I think. Yeah, that they're going under the radar a little bit. But one thing they do have to improve is their home form. If they improve their home form, Bristol City, you never know. With Nigel Pearson in charge as well. I think we forget what Nigel Pearson has achieved at this... Oh, it's Maitland-Niles. Oh, blimey. I think you forget what Nigel Pearson has achieved in the Championship. So, a team to watch, I'd probably say. You're at Ellen Road. Oh, that's devastating, because I know, of course, what happened with it. So, Leeds obviously took the lead, and then an own goal just meant the wheels fell off for Leeds' chances, really. But I think what was worse was the fact that they conceded a goal in the 90th minute. To be fair, you want a Leeds and Huddersfield game again. Well, at this rate, you might get that, Charlie. You know, if Leeds cannot win at the moment. I believe they're one of 4 teams so far in the Premier League still looking for their first win. I think it's 4. One of the maddest things I know about tonight, Brighton could be top of the Premier League if they beat Palace today. This is a team that a couple of years ago were in the depths of despair in the Championship, and now they're potentially going to be a Premier League topping team this weekend. The Premier League's crazy. What I will say about this weekend's results, it's definitely made it a bit more interesting. I would say Chelsea fans will be being very lucky that Liverpool did not beat Brentford. It was a mad game at the Brentford Community Stadium. I think that shows that it's going to be difficult to get past Man City this year. The only weakness I would say with Man City based on their performance is that they probably should score more based on their quality. And yeah, it probably goes to show that Chelsea, you know, maybe they're not quite destined to win yet based on how little we threaten City going forward. I hope Middlesbrough keeps doing bad and Warnock goes, as I would get him back in town. It depends, you know. I mean, with the amount of clubs he's been to, nothing would surprise me at this point if he goes to Huddersfield. Brentford is what all nearly promoted teams should be, pure entertainment. Yeah, I think a lot of it is not only with clever investment, it is fearlessness, and I think the other two have gone up with a bit of an expectation on their shoulders, and I think they're buckling a little bit. I mean, at least with Watford, they're getting... Oh! That should have been an equaliser for Harry Wilson there, but he missed. I think the other two are buckling under pressure, but you would say at least with Watford, but they're actually getting some important points on the board. You're annoyed at Hogan missing simple chances. I think he had good chances to get over Preston. I think Deeney went the closest when he hit the woodwork, but apart from that, it was a good leveller, to be fair. I would understand why Birmingham would have wanted a clean sheet. I would have definitely understood why they would have wanted a 0-0 draw there based on the fact that they conceded 7 goals already this season. Right, sorry, I've just got a couple of emails for my university at the moment. It's all good, don't worry. It's just nothing bad. I'm just going to look up and down a little bit whilst I'm doing it. Finish the nose to blue as the colour. I'm only going to see blue as the colour if Chelsea win. You know, if they'd won last weekend, I'd be belting it. But, you know what? A win over Juventus, you know, wouldn't go amiss. Potentially maybe stream after that if that's the case, that we can belt it out. If it wasn't for Lee Nichols, it would have been 5-0. Yeah, Swansea looked clinical. They looked really good, but Lee Nichols had to keep the scoring down. I laughed at Dieng getting an OG for you, but it still had a great week. But see, the fact is, it doesn't count as an OG anymore now. It, I think it can... Oh! Oh! Oh, we were just speaking about an own goal. And we've seen one of the most comical own goals we've seen. We've seen a couple of fantastic own goals, but this has got to be up there. Let's see this again. It's Josh Murphy. Oh, no. And Johnston parries his shot out. Oh, God. I think it's Darnell Furlong who pokes it in his own net. Oh, man. The 83rd minute own goal. I was going to say, before I got interrupted by a comical goal, that it counts as a Colin Grant goal in most sources now. Undoubtedly, Dieng should be saving that shot. I am going to talk about it in my review. But I'm pleased for myself that it actually counts as a Colin Grant goal because he's in my team. So I'm getting points in the right areas. I actually need to double check my team. Unfortunately, I've not got Catcher to work. I could try and get it to work now, but I'm going to have to multitask a couple of things. But I assume, Charlie, you've already looked at my team, but I'll tell you how I've done. I actually need to change it quite soon, actually, based on the fact that we've got some midweek games coming up. The fact is, I'm on 670 points. 111 points is the amount I got last weekend. So Dieng gave me 4. Flint gave me -1 points because obviously that Cardiff side conceded 5 goals. Right, looks like we've got full time in this game. 1-1. And it might agree with a certain other's prediction as well. I won't give anything away. And actually that might be a good thing because FIFA, I think, did better for me this weekend. So I'm probably going to be wanting to back FIFA's results right now. What's next? I legit cannot remember. 2 secs. So Cardiff first and then next alphabetically is going to be Huddersfield. Okay, hello. Yeah, Huddersfield first. They've got Blackburn, which I think is going to be an interesting game. There we go. Had a driving lesson in the rain this morning. Had a couple of those, really. As long as you weren't in so many, country roads or huge hills and huge traffic jams, then a driving lesson in the rain is actually quite chill. So I had -1 point set. I really want to try and get Capture to work. In fact, I might try it now. I could try it, but it's going to be quite risky for me to do. I'm going to have to do it over the footage here. We'll do window capture here. Add source. Right, so these were my predictions for thingy, for these games actually, funnily enough. Yeah, well, you can't really drift. I mean, some can drift, but only, I would say, professionals would drift. And drifting on a road like that is probably not going to be the most ideal formula that you'd want to do. Right. Oh, it looks like I can actually open it. Oh, look at this. I can open this. Just checking. Right, we're not missing anything here. We can actually do it on the spot here. You can see my team. Let's put my webcam up here. You can't see it. That's annoying. Come on, webcam. Well, you can see the team basically. So you can very clearly see Dieng in goal, Flint with -1, Morrison 6, Barbe with 3, John Swift with 11, 2 play, 4 assists, 1 clean sheet, and performance bonus 2. Chong was my disappointing one. But Robinson, did well, performance bonus, and he got an assist, which is why he's got +8. And Nick Powell with that free kick. Oh my gosh, right. I'm just going to hide the thing for a moment, just so you can see One opportunity that was missed by Huddersfield. Look at this. Oh, just wide off the post. That is very, very close. I think that's Josh Koroma as well. So, yeah, to go on further, Mitrovic, captain with 18. Carlin Grant would have been a better choice as captain. He would have given me 32 points. And then Ben Brereton, look at that, 28. Imagine if I captained Brereton. That would have been even better than 111. But, yeah, unbelievable. It was Saul, Thomas or Victor. Fair enough. You had Donan on the bench and you got 13. Yeah, it's one of those things. If I had Curtis Davis instead of Flint, I would have got a lot more points, really. Welcome to the stream, Honey Gun. Hi, bud, you alright? You play FIFA 22 or pre-order it? Right. So, with FIFA 22, and we were just discussing this at the start of the stream, I could get the Ultimate Edition now, but it costs £90 to do it. So I'm probably going to look into getting it from the next Predicts. So this might be the final time you see FIFA 21 Predicts. So in the next couple of days, I'll see if I can pre-order a digital version. Because right now, a hard version, or basically a disc version, is quite difficult to get at the moment. They're all sold out, obviously, with FIFA being the popular game that it is. Honey Gun's enjoying Cardiff getting battered. Yeah, so I probably will get FIFA 22 later on this week, potentially. I'm just not going to get the Ultimate Edition. I'm not going to spend 90 quid on something I'm just going to use for my videos. Or steal it? Nah, if only it was so easy. Right, so still 0-0 at this game at the moment, which I'm a bit disappointed about. If Huddersfield don't get any points in the next two games, they should get rid of Corberan. We were 8th this time last season and they had 8 key injuries. That's a good stat actually to know that you were 8th around this time last season. Because I know Huddersfield started dreadfully. Then they had a really good upturn in form. And then they did fall out in around this time. So, if it's going to be the same old cycle, does that suggest that Huddersfield are going to go down? I mean, for me, that squad, it has less of an excuse, for the fact it has less injuries than the rest. I don't know where I put my phone. Sorry, I just got off topic there. But it's an interesting debate, really. Just what do you expect from this Huddersfield side? Right, Ben's just uploaded. I completely forgot it's 2:45. So, guys, as always, if you look for my comment, we'll be there. I'll predict, but I also put another comment from that. Oh, what a save. Right, I've left my comment, guys. See if you can find it. And I'm also going to leave my predictions as well. So it'll give you an idea on what predictions I'll be making when I release my review video later on today. Unfortunately, I didn't really spend as much time as I wanted to do in the video. I had to be quite quick today. But I'll give you guys an idea of what I've been doing today. But basically... So in university, I wanted to do some work. So I spent quite a few hours in there doing some work. My plan was to record the video, then go to uni, and then edit it when I get home. But I didn't manage to record it before I went to uni because things kept going wrong on my end. So... yeah, that's my very silly excuse for not being able to release my video at this time yet. But I promised you it will be released tonight and you will get a chance to leave your predictions as well, as it's something I know all of you like doing. Right. I'm just interested because I've just seen Ben's predictions here and I'm going to really be interested to see what Ben predicts because... Ben had an unbelievable week. I already know how well he did based on his Patreon thing, he got 17 points. I think he got 5 correct scores and 2 correct results. So, he really is starting to show off at this point now. He has got a huge gap from me. I've got a lot to catch up on. I'm just grateful if there's an international break soon enough that I know that I can use this time to try and catch up to him, but also get a little bit of not a break from my channel, but just, you know, just in general for my mind to slow down so I can kind of, you know, visualize what schedule I could do to fit my university with everything that's going on, if you get it. So, right, I've just done my prediction comments as well. Corbran has said in his recent interviews he won't be changing anything, which really worries you. He must see something that says to him that, it doesn't need changing. I think one thing I would be concerned is that if Huddersfield keep having very minimal shots on target, then that's really going to be a concern. You're taking a -4 to get John Egan in. That's interesting that you're getting a defender and a Sheffield United player as well. I think with Sheffield United, they're quite difficult to predict with their starting 11. So that's why I've not got too many starting 11 players, from Sheffield United in my team. So, yeah, guys. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I mean, this is me going to really simp now. But what I'm going to do... Harry, get well, my man. Yeah, get well soon, Harry Minter, by the way. What I'm going to do is that if you guys have not seen Ben's video yet, I'm going to send you guys to it and see if you can find my comments. Well, I've left 2. One generic comment and one predictions comment as well. You've seen my prediction, haven't you? You know what? It really could go 2-1 to either, really. It's not going to be a one-sided game. That's what I would say. Right. 0-0 full time. Now, what is next? I can't... Oh, it's Hull. I know Hull's next. They have got Blackpool, I think. It's an all-League One tie. Hull against Blackpool. Might want to double-check that very quickly. Yeah, Hull playing Blackpool. That's going to be interesting. Blackpool starting to pick up their form a bit now, which... it excites me really, because, I was a little bit worried that I may have predicted a bit of, false hope for Blackpool, but it turns out no. It turns out I've actually had the right idea, if they keep that up, of course. So guys, if you've not liked the stream yet, please do so. We're 14 likes actually, which is fantastic at this stage. Thank you guys so much for that. Let's push for 20, I think. That would be a fantastic target. And if you've not hit the subscribe button, please also do hit subscribe too. That really helps. We're 17 away from 800, which is exciting. Good chance for Blackpool, and already they've taken an early lead. Now, I believe, it's not James Husband, isn't it? No, it's definitely not. I don't want to guess players now because that FIFA 21 have not really designed their faces all that well. One thing I really wish from FIFA 22 is that they design their faces much better than what they've done. Robson, yeah. To be honest, I actually wouldn't have guessed based on what features FIFA have given him. You missed the most obvious prediction. Oh, don't tell me. It's Millwall Bristol City 1-1, isn't it? Because I tell you this. Yes, Millwall 1-1. I knew it. But Charlie, I'm just... Sometimes things just don't happen the way we expect. I swear if it's 1-1 again, then I'll start predicting it as my only prediction for Millwall until they get it. But for me, Bristol City, away from home, have done well in these tight games. I remember when they were 1-1 with Cardiff and then they got their last minute goal. I just think, in general, Bristol City will actually pull it out of the bag. I actually do think they've got the confidence to pull that off. especially if they score first as well. I think Bristol City, if they score first, they'll get this game under control easily. It is the draw, Merchants. Yeah, 6 draws out of 9. It's a stat I did pull out in my review video, which you'll see later today. I hope it doesn't take too long. Do you remember last season where I kept getting Millwall 2-1 correct? Yeah, that was odd. That it was very it was an odd time because Millwall were doing okay, but they weren't, you know, blowing teams away. So 2-1 actually felt like a really good prediction with people have already started to wow. Yeah, well, people have already made their feelings known of my predictions. Like me with Blues predicting us 3-0 until we get... Well, can I just say, you won 5-0 one game. You know, maybe 3-0 is something that, you know, Birmingham should probably look at, thinking, you know, it's child's play. They beat Luton, I was about to say 10-0, 5-0, didn't they? So, wow. Still 783. If you've not hit that subscribe button, please do so. If it's not anything like size like last season, against Millwall, you'll be happy. Yeah, fair enough. I can't remember what happened in the previous encounters. In general, I think it gets very close between Millwall and Bristol City. I'm going to check it now. I'm pretty sure Bristol City did beat Millwall some stage last season. Maybe it could have even been away from home. In fact, there was an FA Cup game, wasn't there? Nah. Well, in fact, no. Yeah. FA Cup, Bristol City won 3-0. And that's what I remember. But then in the league, I almost completely forgot. Millwall won 4-1. Yeah. Charlie Custer's better than Aaron Cresswell, says Charlie. I said that was one off so far. Antonio struggled all game against Charlie. So we're looking at West Ham and Charlie Cresswell of Leeds. I mean, in general, West Ham needed to really ride the storm against Leeds. Eventually, they got their moment and their mojo, but I'm looking at this more of a sign that can Leeds not even hold a win anymore? AJ must have watched Huddersfield before his fight. Good comment there. Honestly, I don't even really watch boxing. I just don't have the time for it. Well, one is late at night, and you'd think, you know, why don't you watch it late? But I can't be bothered with it. Honestly, that's my honest opinion why I don't watch it. Right, let's resume the match. Currently 0-1 to Blackpool, which if you see my comment on BENHD's video, that's exactly what I'm predicting. So FIFA very strangely in an agreement to what I'm thinking at the moment, which I don't know if is a good thing or not. God, it was so frustrating with my predictions last week, and I got 9 points, which is not awful, but there was 4 or 5 games I was wrong by one. Voice crack. There was 4 or 5 games I was wrong by 1 goal, so it's a real tiny margin. Do you know how I did in the predictions? I could tell you guys right now, you know, you guys have not seen the table, haven't you? So let's get window capture back, and I will reveal my Excel file, which shows you all the results. So right here is what we're looking at. So I'm going to have to zoom in a bit, I think. Well, this is the closest I can get, really, to be honest. So if we just zoom in a little bit, I'm hoping you guys can see this. You can't see my webcam, unfortunately. I don't know why you cannot see my webcam. It's perfectly fine. Come on. I don't know why it's not showing. Right, nothing's happening with the FIFA, by the way, so I'm keeping my eye on that. So, Johnny Burrow, 13-point gap from me, 71 points I'm at. Frood is second place, Macy fourth with Owen, Armitage and MFC, Owen in fifth. Charlie not that far behind. FIFA doing better for me, getting 11 points this weekend. Creeper Boy doing alright, then James and only getting 1 point, unfortunately, for him this weekend. JR and Ismadinho, they were previously in the top 2, but they've not predicted for weeks. Jack and George make up the rest of the top half. And if we can scroll down a bit, Bailey Francis, welcome to the stream. I should get you on one of my videos one day. I mean, I am definitely someone that, you know, would not refuse for a collab. I've been on a couple of people's videos before. So, WA Deck, who's up there, Brentford Fan TV, who's also Mini Surge. So, he's changed his name to that. So, I've changed his name to that. Honeygun's there, Simon, Cameron, Mr. Football, AJ Wolf, QBR Forever, and then the bottom 3 stays unchanged. Matt's actually left some predictions, but unfortunately, he got 0 points. And I'll just scroll down, because if we scroll down, we should see the League 1 league. So Finley on top of that, basically there's been no change. Alfie there, Charlie's still there, Darraj is there, Sonny's still 5th, Football Forever there, so no change in that league. So let's now unsee that. There we go. So now we're back to this. No goals, there were no chances between Hull and Blackpool in that time, so luckily we didn't miss much. How have you predicted us to score when we've had 0 shots on target in our last 2 games? Can't remember who you were playing. Who are you playing? I've literally forgotten who you're playing. I should. Oh, Blackburn. Blackburn for me is just a team that have not kept many clean sheets, to be honest, which is why I've done it. Blackburn, I don't think have kept an away clean sheet so far this season either. So that's why I've gone for Huddersfield to score. I still think Huddersfield won't have the quality to get past them. I just think with momentum and quality and confidence, I think Blackburn will still get it. But still, Huddersfield, you know, they can't be this bad forever. You know, I still remember within 3 games ago, you beat Blackpool by 3-0 after losing to Stoke last weekend. So, yeah, in Huddersfield's last midweek game, they did unbelievably well, didn't they? So, I don't know. Huddersfield's going to be a very interesting team to see how they react. You've added me on Instagram. Oh, yeah, have I got my social media in the description, I think? Because I tend to. Yeah, no, I have. I have actually remembered to put my socials in the description. Right. So 1-0. Another prediction FIFA has agreed with me on. That is very bizarre. Right. Let's go for the next game. By the way, guys, if you've not hit that like button, please do so. It does really help. And please do hit that subscribe button as well. It does really help. Okay, so we've got Huddersfield, Hull, Cardiff. Next is Middlesbrough and Sheffield United. Not predicting too many things with Middlesbrough at the moment. I've been very disappointed with them so far this season. They've really not delivered what I think they can based on their squad. Especially with the manager as well. You know, Neil Warnock is a manager, you know, that you would expect to be challenging up there, but down in 18th, Middlesbrough find themselves at the moment. Not a great start for them. Do I like the Irish guy's tattoo? I think we like it with the context that he's got it. The actual tattoo itself, I think the fact it's on its foot, you know, it's not going to look nice, really, isn't it? You know, if he had it on his arm, it probably would look a bit better, honestly. But foot tattoos, and I don't know if you remember this Spandex Cup back in the day. It used to be the content that I watched with Spencer and Alex. One of their forfeits was tattoo, and they got in the foot as well. And just at the end of it, it was just like a smudge on the foot. And almost, you know, completely nothing. It was almost like one of those ink stains you have, and you naturally, you know, it just goes away over time. If you lads can you subscribe to my YouTube channel? It mean a lot to me. Yeah, most definitely, because we're all round supporting each other as well. So yeah, subscribe around here, then most definitely, without a doubt, we'll give you guys the support as well. We've definitely got plenty of numbers here. I'll tell you that. Oh, man, I've got a pain in my neck for some weird reason. Not good. Man, Charlie, fair play to you. You've actually linked Bailey's channel himself. Ah, fair enough. Wow. Oh, my God. So overstretching. This is what happens when you work all day. But, yeah, undoubtedly, sub around here, then I'll definitely send everyone to sub to yours as well. We've got around 5 people here at the moment, which, you know, will be decent enough. Jaylin should be a tattoo artist. He can just stick to making tattoo forfeits. I don't think he should be a tattoo artist per se, I would say. No, Bailey, most definitely I'll subscribe to her in a minute. Hang on. Yeah, sorted. There we go. Excuse me. But yeah, even a subscription on this channel would be absolutely fantastic, because we are closing in on 800 subscribers now, which is a really exciting fate for this channel. It will definitely be the moment that I've peaked. In fact, I'm gonna unpin my I think I'm gonna unpin my message. In fact, I don't know if I can. Can I unpin it? I can, but I wanted to pin Jack's one from the beginning. Hang on, I'll see if I can sort this out. Well, I'm definitely going to be looking at it, because there's nothing going on in this game at the moment. It's been a dull game, to tell you the truth. That's the least for what we can observe around here. We're still on 14 likes. If you've not hit that like button, please do hit that like button. It does really, really help. I can't actually scroll that back far up. Oh, that's annoying. Right, okay, well, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. Alex, if Colchester win the Prem in 10 years, you have to get your logo tattooed. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'll make a deal on that. Oh God. I'm tempted to change Prem to top half from the Championship. If we go training, if we get 20 likes, will you sing "Oh When Spurs Go Marching In"? No way. I'm not gonna sing something from that lot. No way. Do you like EFL on Quest? Is Quest you know, something that they stream the games on? Because, you know, I watch my EFL content, you know, on Sky, you know, their podcasts, their match reactions and all of that. Unfortunately, I don't really have the time. I probably should be in a Championship YouTuber. Catch up on stuff they put down on Quest and stuff like that, podcasts and all of that. But yeah, unfortunately, you know, I've got to balance a university life as well, which is on its final years now, which is going to be absolutely crazy. So in the next couple of years, I will be an employed man. That's scary, isn't it? And I had a conversation with one of my early schoolmates literally a couple of days ago. In fact, next year would be 10 years from when we first met in school, back in year 7. So, and in year 7, you tend to get these questions saying, where do you want to be in 10 years' time? And it'll be absolutely crazy. What a goal! What a brilliant goal by Sheffield United. And it's absolutely crazy to see where I am now after 10 years. I wouldn't say it's anything like I would have imagined at my age at the time, but you know what? I don't think any of us would have predicted that we would have had a pandemic within that time. I'm loving the support from all of the channels here. Thank you guys so much. Bailey, have you subscribed? I don't know if you are. I mean, it's not changed from 783 yet. It might just do it later on. It could be the thing going quite slow. Warnock won't want to win this. He is a Sheffield United fan. Well, there's one thing, but at the same time, you know, he needs to do the famous Sheffield United dressing room scene to get this Middlesbrough players inspired, because they're not getting enough points on the board right now. If we get 50 likes, will you sing Sweet Caroline? We could do the chorus or a verse maybe. I've subbed to you. Oh, you subbed to me ages ago. Oh, fair enough. Oh god, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Oh no, I've got this urge for a sneeze and it's not coming out. That's what she says. Oh, I had to time that innuendo in the 69th minute as well. God, it's difficult having to sit around for nearly 2 hours. I mean, this is noisy. Right, we're back. We briefly disconnected, but we're back around here. I was just going to say to Honeygun that I can pretty much remember the whole register for the reception class. But unfortunately, there's very few that speak to me now. I know what a lot of them do. You know, I follow them on, you know, social media and stuff. And, you know, I know what they're doing. But unfortunately, in general, I just, you know, I wasn't really... Oh my god! What a goal! And do you know what? This is another game so far that Fifa's agreeing. Fifa's agreeing with a lot of my predictions at the moment, which I don't know if I like or not. It's poor defending by Middlesbrough. It's a great goal, I think, by Oliver Berg, which is very unrealistic at the moment. When can you come on my video, lad, so I can get you one? Just give me a date and time and I'll tell you if I can do it. Because I'm working, of course. I've got YouTube as well. The mental age of a 1-year-old in reception. Well, to be honest, I probably was not that far away from that, to be honest. You know, if you imagine 5-year-olds, you know, being moderately knowledgeable on their craft already, I would have been like a preschool, you know, like just before I told, like a 2-year-old there. I just really was different. I really was, you know, not till my secondary school, actually, I started to build a bridge with a couple of people and get some friendships. Yeah, I mean, it's memories I'll never forget of reception, but it's not going to necessarily be memories I'm going to be crawling for, you know, when I'm in desperate need of some happiness, to be honest. Right. It's Preston next, I think. Preston against Stoke. Close game as well. For me, I think Stoke might edge this. Stoke have been doing better against North End in recent years, so that's why I'm going for a Stoke win, although Preston can shock the world because they've been doing all right. They've gone on an unbeaten run, but sometimes these unbeaten runs go to an end, and I think Stoke will be a bridge too far, but we'll see. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh, excuse me stretching, guys. This is not me being... Well, I am tired, but this is not me being bored of you guys. This is down to my body being absolutely physically and mentally exhausted. And afterwards, I'm going to have to spend a good hour and a half editing the review video, so it doesn't end here. I can only hope that I get it done before I'm needed for dinner. It's no guarantee, but I'll be quick. I'll try and be as quick as I can. I've matched my audio to my camera. All I need to do now is just edit the necessary parts, trim it a couple bits down, and then, because all the graphics are done, I just need to apply them to the right timings. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But I've got to play through the whole thing and make sure I listen carefully for mistakes. So that's the time-consuming thing about editing. I've noticed that they've actually done it to the camera angle I wanted. Maybe FIFA have actually suddenly remembered what is my preferred settings for the game. Right. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just going to read to a couple of messages and emails from the uni. Do you think Karanka would be a good option if we don't improve? Good question, to be honest. Karanka, obviously, one thing you can credit, he's got experience, but Karanka's there for when you need to try and shore up a defence. Oh, you're encouraging me to sing Sweet Caroline. We're not at 50 likes, guys. This was the promise we made. 5-0, and that is, by the way, and we are 36 away. And what I've been noticing as well, I mean, I don't know if it's a lag, or I don't know if it's you know, doing... Can you follow me on Instagram? Well, I've not had anything pop up on my Instagram yet, but I'll definitely go on it later. I don't really go on social media too much, to be honest with you. I've just left it there as a point of contact in case, you know, you guys... You know, so either you've not followed my account or either my Instagram's just been very slow. It could just be both, really, to be honest. Oh, that was a good save by Davies there. And Davies is actually the highest rated player on WhoScored.com and SofaScore because he made only a couple of minutes. Is there a lag alert? Well, not anymore. Right, hang on a minute. Oh, there's so many messages. There's so many messages. I mean, to give you context, we're doing a dissertation, which is a group, well, not a group project. It's an individual project, and I've got to do a lot of communication with this. So, what's my name on it? So you basically, if you go to the description, it takes you to a link. If you go to that link, it takes you straight there. That's the best way I could go because I changed my name quite a couple of times on my Instagram, so I couldn't even tell you what my name was now. But if you go to the description, top link takes you to my Discord server where a lot of my viewers are there. Second link goes to my Twitch, which I don't hardly post anymore. I do want to do more on Twitch, but I think with uni in the way, it's probably going to have to be swept under the rug a little bit. Third link is my Twitter, and fourth, of course, is my Instagram. Twitter's where I tend to promote my stuff generically. And Instagram and I think Twitter as well is the best places to go, guys, if you do want to promote my stuff. Instagram stories, Instagram posts, Twitter tweets. I was going to say Twitter posts, but it's tweets. Tweets or retweeting a couple of my tweets, you know, all of that actually does make a big difference. You may think it doesn't, but actually it really, really does. Especially with the people who follow me too. You've got to remember who follows me. Benjamin Bloom and BENHD both follow me on Twitter. Based on the work they've seen of me. And me just being a complete simp as well. Right. Remember that GTA stream on Twitch kept swearing every 5 seconds? Well... That's the side of me where you start to get into a little bit of my social life a little bit. You know, sometimes when you're doing a job or something, you've got to preserve yourself in a way. But, oh no, well, if you're talking about the commentary, then, oh gosh, yeah, definitely. I remember I definitely remember the story. You know, I kept moaning that it just... If you've got Twitch channels, you can follow me. Oh, okay, fair enough. Voice crack there. Yeah, we did GTA. I think I did. Oh, I thought I missed a goal. I might see a goal now. We do. We see Preston score. They've taken the lead. I think it's Reece Jacobson. No, yeah, it is Emil Reece Jacobson with the goal. Awful image from FIFA. But it's a goal for Preston. No one tracking Reece. Good strike. We've got an oil derby in the Champions League this week, PSG Man City, yeah. And we've also got the deduction army in the Championship this week, Reading, Derby and Reading. You know, the two polar opposites in terms of, you know, there'd be two sides of the money coin, really, to be honest. The yin and yang of it all. But, yeah, in general, it's quite amazing for how different, you know, some team scenarios are in right now. But, oh, God, I mean, like, Derby and Reading both need points, really, to be honest. Derby probably more than anyone right now. Win against Reading, then they'll take themselves away from their -2 points. And at that rate, they might actually catch Hull City, because Hull don't know, look, they're going to win anytime soon. Thanks for all of you watching the stream, by the way. We're on 15 likes now, so you've eventually moved from that 14th like. Let's go for 20 likes. I think that'll be terrifically appreciative. If you've not hit that subscribe button, please do so. We're on 783 as it stands. So 17 away. Thanks, Charlie, for sharing my Twitter. Oh yeah, you have. Oh, you've basically pasted my description down. Thank you for that. I knew the wording looked familiar there. I'll take a championship position video, but later I'll DM you the Champions League games. Right, yeah, because I did see your message, Owen, on your Champions League predictions. I wanted to do my predictions, but at that time I was working. So it was a bit late for me to do it. Oh, well, actually, well, yeah, that would have been 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago I was working. And then, thing is with this week, I've got uni. So as long as I message you before I'm needed for uni, easy. I'll get my predictions in. You know it's in the description, but if anyone else is there. You know what, I might pin that instead, to be honest. That actually might be better thing for me to pin right now. Hang on a minute. Replace pin message. That's what I'm going to do. I think everyone knows about the scenario and the situation of my review video. It'll come later today. What time? I couldn't tell you, to be honest. You're back. You got jelly. What kind of flavour jelly? Man. Do like sun. Gotta be careful what I say here. I do like jelly with ice cream, to be honest. You know, that for me, classic ice cream combination there. What's your favourite flavour? If I were to pick a favourite, I would say, well, strawberry probably would be my favourite. Raspberry, I think, gets undercredited and undervalued. Right, next, I believe, Jack, you arrived just in time, because it is QPR against your team Birmingham next. So let's see what FIFA predicts for that. And actually, after this game, we'll be halfway through the games already. Strawberry, fair enough. You'll do it later when I've uploaded my video. Okay, fair enough. Brilliant. I'll leave a comment when I can. Instagram's Bailey Francis 222. I mean, if you weren't able to find my Instagram originally, go and look at my pinned message, because the link to take you to my Instagram account will be right there. Did I see the F1 race yesterday? No, but actually people in my work were talking about it. We actually had a really good chat about the racing drivers, to be honest with you, and we didn't think we didn't have Lewis Hamilton to win that. I think we backed Norris, actually, to win. But now, obviously, Hamilton pulled out the bag. Verstappen is just a destructive player, so he rarely would actually get it any success. He'll either injure himself or injure another one trying. You haven't had jelly and ice cream in a while. Well, yeah, it's like your classic ice cream combination at a party, isn't it? But, nah. Definitely, I feel it's really good hungover food. I'll tell you that. If any of you were to start drinking, it's really good hungover food. You're at football. I know you well. It's nice we're seeing this brilliant interaction with viewers as well. You know, that was one... I always sound like a broken record saying this, but it's just like... I always wanted not only just to get a community that looks up to me, but a community that looks out for themselves as well, which I think is so difficult nowadays to do. Especially with an opinion channel like me. There's a lot of people that take sides and stuff like that, but... I gotta say, we've really done... Oh my gosh, that would have been a brilliant goal by Birmingham there. It says... I tell you why it says user not found. It may be... And in fact, I need to change the link, actually. I need to change my link to my Instagram. God, Senny Dieng is keeping them in this game. It will say user not found because I changed my name. That's why it's not working. In fact, that's reminding me. Now I need to actually change my I need to change my description then, if that's the case. Let's actually... Why is it... No, it has. I was going to say, why is it not changed? But it actually has changed. I am 21 years old. Right. Right here, this link will take you to my account now. So... Very small changes, but my name has changed, which is why we didn't see it. And Birmingham have taken the lead, and it has been coming. It has been coming. Because Birmingham have really started to turn the game to QPR, and they have taken the lead. Maybe I was a little bit wrong back in QPR. Let's see this again. Oh, first time shot too. What a great goal. It is Jukovic. Doesn't normally get those goals, but fair play to him. Jack has predicted 3-0. It could be 3-0 by this rate. They've got plenty of time to score 2 more goals. You've added me? Fantastic. I'll go on Instagram later on. Instagram tends to be a bit unresponsive a load of the time, but I'll check later. Oh, blowy. We all hate Leeds. I don't hate Leeds, to be honest. You know, I know they are a club that's incredibly disliked traditionally, but they are a club full to the brim of history. You're going to record my video. We'll put you on my phone. Cheers, mate. Do you actually record me on my phone? Wait, so what do you record on your phone, or do you actually have a camera? Because if I were to actually get the right equipment, you know, the last... oh, excuse me. The last thing I'll need is like a proper camera. Yeah, but yeah, good on you, Owen. You can do that, record. If it's Champions League predictions, fantastic. Yeah, so we'll see. Can you do a video later or not? I am planning to, because Monday, of course, is my review. On the championship weekend. The reason it's late, I have explained, is because I have been in university and just things went wrong. If you followed me on Discord, you would know that my camera on my phone wasn't working. It kept blacking out. Basically, it ran out of data, but then the message wouldn't pop up that I ran out of data, which meant I couldn't record a single minute until the phone was fixed and it started popping up with that message again. Oh, your iPad. Oh, fair enough. Right. I think that's the half-time whistle. 1-0 Birmingham. Interesting game so far. This will be 4 defeats in a row for QPR if they lose this. Well, in the championship, that is. In all competitions, they've actually only lost 1. You know, well... They've lost pretty much 3 in their last 4 competition games, but actually won, of course, against Everton, of course. I'm seeing good vibes with some great chants from Charlie there. Can you do a video on mine later, though, if you can give me a message on Instagram after your stream? It's going to be difficult today, honestly, mate. But sometime this week, I should have some time. Wednesday will be a fantastic day. because I'm not in uni and, well, I do have work, but I don't need to travel at all for Wednesday. So Wednesday's probably the best day. Tuesday's pretty much from 9 till 5, or even 9 till 6 specifically in uni. So, yeah, it's quite a jam-packed day tomorrow. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry for yawning there. This is what happens when you actually work really, really hard. Well, Leeds are falling apart again, metaphorically and realistically as well. I thought when they were 1-0 up against West Ham, I thought, okay, if they hold on, this is the start. This is the start. But seeing that West Ham equaliser, yeah. And then the winner from West Ham just confirmed everything, that Leeds are just not the same team as they were. I think just a lot of people are going to go at Leeds, really. Leeds, I think, with the style of football that they play... Oh, I'm so sorry. It's difficult for them to maintain it, basically. I'm loving these chants, guys. It makes me want to do a chant video, but the problem is... Oh my days, what a goal! That's the best FIFA goal I've seen so far, maybe minusing the own goal by Darnell Furlong. What a lead up to that goal. I want to see that again. Put that straight to Netflix and chill out and see this goal again. Right. Great work on the right hand side. Bella and Jukovic. Oh, wow. What a strike that is. The lead up was just incredible. Gary Gardner with the goal. Imagine Champagne Supernova by Oasis, but change it to Relegation Battle. Oh man, some of the things you can do with Oasis songs though is so scary. We had Stop Crying Frank Lampard, of course. I mean, there's definitely the chance of Don't Look Back in Anger, and I'm sure there's a Wonderwall one as well. There's probably... That's not what Netflix and Chill has. Well, I'm pretending to use it in a different way from what it is, Charlie. This is my round of humour. It's not a Mark Goldbridge humour. Not saying that someone's as clueless as Homer Simpson doing a trigonometry lesson. God. And you know, that just took me a while to get a good analogy there. That's actually not a bad one now that I think about it, but... I always have to think a good 10 seconds before I say one. He could just rattle on with one. He could just say one random thing that pops in his head and just naturally he finds the subordinate clause to the sentence and just finishes it off. I'll go through that analogy. Oh my gosh, brilliant play. I was thinking of another one, but I'm not going to say that one, actually. Some of the things you can't say nowadays, you know, just to risk, you know, not getting cancelled and stuff like that. But, yeah. God, have to be really careful what you say on it. Chris Willock with an 86th minute goal, making it 2-1. But might not be enough for them. He's hit the ball harder than... Yeah, well, that one I don't think he likes so much. Has skied it into the rows. He's sponsored by NASA. Yeah, that was his best one this weekend. Yeah, following Fernandez's penalty miss. He's just such a genius when it comes to that stuff. Right. Oh, BENHD's just loved my comment. That's good to see. What next? It's Wednesday's games now, isn't it? Where's One Football? There it is. On Wednesday, we have a couple of exciting games. First off, though, we've got Barnsley. And we've got Nottingham Forest. Yeah, he's a character, but he plays it well. He really does. I think the swivel on it is a new thing that's kind of evolving in his character a little bit, which I'm really liking as well. You know, some phrases you would say, you know, if you've got a catchphrase and you've got alternating personalities that you can switch between, you know, you've got a lot going ahead for you. I mean, I'll try one right now. Nottingham Forest are moving as slow as a snail wanting to go to the dentist. Like, it's not going to be funny, isn't it? And do you know what? It's the way he says it as well. I think sometimes the analogy wouldn't be as funny if he didn't say it the way he did as well. So that's another thing as well. It's not only on it being clever, but it's also the delivery, which I think is important. Can you try join my live on Twitch later? Billy Francis. I can try. It depends if I've got the time. I will be editing a lot tonight and of course do my university work. But anyone else watching here, make sure you check out Bailey Francis on Twitch as well. Phil Jones, stay with your blood. I mean, the one I remember is the pink boots, because I remembered watching that game and Goldbridge live when he said that as well. I mean, obviously there was a bit of a delay, because I think, you know, this is when there was a little bit of a delay with the game and what he saw, but naturally it was it just felt so satisfying for one to see Man United knocked out of the cup, but also to see Frank Lampard get a really big win against Jose Mourinho. Well, no, he's not quite. He's missed it. You've missed a line there, but yeah, one of my favourites from Goldbridge. I guess another underrated one is the well, I don't really want to laugh at it now based on what he's done, but I like the one he had on Sigurdsson as well. Yeah, gosh, that's you know what, that season in itself, whilst I hated it, you know, being a Chelsea fan, following what followed from that, you know, with Sarri and all of that, it's a very nostalgic season for me, based on what's happened. It was a time in my life when, God, what would I have been doing? I'd have just finished doing A levels at that time. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy that's not that long ago. Yeah, because I left school in 2019. I also remember where he got bantered for mugging off Chelsea's tracksuit, having Carabao Cup finalists, and then obviously what followed from that was them losing, well, not losing against Chelsea, but De Gea making an absolute clanger and Chelsea being able to draw against them, and completely undeserved too. I would even put my hands up with that. I think it was Mata who scored first, actually, against the former club, of course. God, I tell you what, my goals have done quite well with Ben's thing at the moment. The rest have barely been noticed, and mine have just... yeah. Unbelievable. Right. Thanks everyone for supporting the stream, by the way. I do appreciate that, by the way. I do try and keep the stream going. Well, the likes have gone down a little bit. Maybe a couple of Jack's accounts have been deactivated, maybe. And one thing I will say, it's something that I have realised, sometimes YouTube automatically unlikes if your account is inactive. So yeah, and that's the same with subscribers too, so always check if you are subscribed as well, because with an inactive channel, they just naturally take away what it's been doing. So it's always worth to double check sometimes. I have to sometimes check to make sure that I've subscribed. I mean, the main matter is I've used practically one account. Is when you've got multiple accounts, and then that's when you need to check when you subscribe to things. Because even my Shorts channel, I've subscribed to way more, and sometimes I've had to resubscribe because YouTube doesn't think I use it. I mean, I've not used it for a while. But what I will say, 800, oh, no, not 800, I'm going to say 1,000 subs, and I'll say it again, I will change the Shorts channel to a gaming channel, where we'll get Twitch highlights, more gaming content, FIFA 22, even more games as well. Could have a couple of party sessions on GTA, Call of Duty, other things too, all sorts. Especially if it's around the time when I finish my uni, you know, that'll be a fantastic time to get it, actually. Goldbridge when he does Deitch's voice. Oh, I don't even, well, thing is, my voice might actually be more suited to do Sean Dyche. But I wouldn't be able to do it now because naturally my throat is just all over the place at the moment. I mean, I've been ill, to be honest, for quite a long time. I think my immune system is just really... My immune system, funny enough, has really lowered since getting the vaccine, potentially. But, yeah, it happens. But, nah, if I don't want to ruin my vocal cords, I'll save myself from doing it. Yeah, I mean... If you are an OG of Goldbridge, you would remember what his original Deitch voice sounded like. God, I couldn't even tell you what his original one sounded like. His newer one is definitely more comical, as it's more gravelly, but yeah, wow. His original sounding Sean Dyche was something small left to be with desired. That's not the word, but you know what I mean. Not much to be left desired, basically. Big Sam or Chris Hughton? Well, both have failed to do what they've had to do. Big Sam's failed to keep West Brom up. Chris Hughton has failed to kick on from Forest. So I guess it's just down to a preference. I'd say probably still Chris Hughton. Maybe just for the charisma, maybe. But yeah, would it really be a player's dream to play for either of them, really? And especially based on their recent track records. So sorry, guys. Looks like we may have a 0-0 draw here, unless Barnsley could pull something out here. Has anyone seen him save a penalty against his son on a bouncy castle? I don't think I've seen that one. I might see that one when I can. Wears a Spurs shirt, or wearing a Spurs shirt, or sleeping in some public toilets all night. Well, the thing, the thing is, Charlie, you may think sleeping in public toilets all night is something completely ill-humane. Let's say I've been on a night out, and I can't get home. I've known people who have slept in public toilets, and then in the morning, they get themselves back home. So there'll never come a time I'll wear a Spurs shirt. Just double check from every and they say they all liked it. Yeah, well, that's fantastic. I think a subscribe is definitely... Oh, what a save. 89th minute and Samba pulls off a fantastic save. I tell you what, Collins might want to get out of his goal at this time. Let's see, the corner about to be taken. Punched away. I think it's going to be 0-0. Which was going to be my alternative prediction, actually, to this game. I think I predicted 1-1 with this one. But if it was... I basically am saying this game will be a draw. I just don't know if it will be 1-1 or 0-0. I predicted 1-1. In the end... Oh, you've recorded your video. Fantastic stuff, Owen. That was relatively quick, actually. Right, next we have Derby. We have Derby next. And it is against Reading. It is the points deduction derby here. There they are. We tend to get some really good games actually in this game. With this fixture typically. Never eat meat or ever drink alcohol. So either I go vegetarian or I don't know the taste of alcohol again. You know what? I probably actually would say never drink alcohol again. Because personally, I could kind of see myself going at a stage in my life thinking, right, I don't want to drink this anymore. You know what? I can actually get myself away from all that stress, drink and whatever. But me not eating meat and becoming a vegetarian or vegan, I just can't see it. I can't see it. I just like respect to them if they, you know, whatever they choose, but I just don't agree. I just really do not agree with it whatsoever. Share the stream on Twitter. Thank you so much, Owen. I truly appreciate that. God, I'm really uncomfortable. I don't think it's even this chair. I just generally think because I've walked a lot today, because based on the fuel situation we're in right now, it's near impossible for me to leave my house without getting the traffic jam. So I've naturally have been saving fuel by just not driving. And I've walked to uni, which has taken me about 25 minutes based on where I live. So yeah, my legs are completely gone. They're knackered. But I would hope that my mind is still as fresh as anything. Like a dish with... I was going to do an analogy there, but I can't do it. Leave that stuff to Mark Goldbridge, Alex. Go on the floor. Might be better. Oh, I'm not going to go on the floor. Tea, coffee, hot chocolate in order from best to worst. Oh, what a goal. Wow. What a brilliant goal by, I think, by Lucas Jow. That's a fantastic goal. Right. Well, this is actually very easy for me, this order. Tea first, hot chocolate second, coffee last. Don't drink coffee. I can drink tea any time of the day. And I've got to thank my dad, really. He's the one who introduced me to tea. I've had coffee before, but I just don't enjoy it, really. It's too bitter for my liking. Hot chocolate, for me, don't take this the wrong way, but I see it as a young person's drink a little bit. Sweet, sugary, you know, tasting of chocolate. You know, if I was, you know, we were talking about different views 10 years ago, you know, me 10 years ago would have said, oh, hot chocolate first any day of the week. But nowadays, my senses have naturally matured and, you know, I'd much prefer a tea, to be honest. Yeah, easy list. Very easy. Oh, my leg's in pain. So after Derby and Reading, I'm just looking through the games we have left, just to give you a good idea what we're doing. I've completely forgotten. So we have got after this Fulham, Swansea, Luton, Coventry, Millwall, Bristol City and Peterborough, Bournemouth. So we have got 4 games after this. I drink tea, mostly hot chocolate when we have it in the cupboard, and coffee not much, but prefer them all with sugar in. You have sugar with hot chocolate? I mean, it's sweet enough with it just being a hot chocolate. And now it's the thing, you know, me 10 years ago would have said, oh, sugar with hot chocolate and all of that, but I wouldn't be able to taste that now. It would have been way too sweet. And you know what? I don't even have sugar with tea anymore. I remember when I first had tea, I was really overboard with the sugar. You know, hence my, you know, youthful, you know, like sweetness, you know, wanting to come through there. But naturally, I've gone, you know, it's just better just to have tea with things rather than just putting sugar in it, to be honest. You know, normally a biscuit wouldn't go amiss. Sometimes having it with a yogurt wouldn't go amiss. You know, like hot and cold combination is not that bad either. So that's the halftime whistle. 0-1 to Reading. Don't drink any one of them. Fair enough. Well, if there's any one I do recommend you start off with, it's tea. You know, because it basically doesn't really taste of anything. It's just it's cool. You know, when it's prepared right, is a really really nice drink to have. I have to say I haven't had tea in years, but last time I had tea, I didn't like it. That's fair enough. That's absolutely fine. I tend to have breakfast tea. Breakfast tea is my favourite type of tea. Earl Grey's okay, but it's not anything like breakfast tea. Breakfast tea is basically the tea that I gotta like. I think Yorkshire tea is probably my favourite. You have hazelnut syrup as well. Wow. Never had hazelnut syrup. Never had sugar. But I would agree, Honeygun, on a snow day, having a hot chocolate with a couple of marshmallows as well. Peak. Absolute peak. From McDonald's, I always have toffee latte. I tell you what, oh, this is a good chance. Derby have now equalised. It's a good goal. I think that's Jason Knight with the goal. It is Jason Knight with the goal. This could be a big goal for Derby's season. And I've predicted 1-1 for this game as well. So another prediction FIFA looks like it's going to agree with me on. Unless any other team could get a goal before the 90. The thing is for teas, no flavor. Yeah, you see the thing is, I will agree. There is flavoured teas as well. It's just naturally how you prefer it. Like, for instance, my mother doesn't like Yorkshire tea or breakfast tea. She has green tea or lemon or tea or, you know, like cherry flavoured. You know, she has those ones. And, you know, they do give off the smell a little bit. But in a way, I prefer my tea to not have that sort of distinct flavouring. But some people do, and you know, if that's for you, then definitely try those out because they've got a huge variety of options. Tea can be much healthier in some cases. I'd agree. Now, one thing I will say, caffeine consumption you've got to be careful about, but out of all of those three options, tea would be definitely the healthier one. Hot chocolate probably being the most unhealthier one. Down there. You can eat a whole lemon. Well, that's a talent in itself. Lemons, you know, sometimes I would try and do very, very, you know, I would just try and, you know, just do something stupid with a lemon. I tried to eat a lemon whole as well, and it's really, I wouldn't wish that on anyone, to be honest. Have to give those ones a try one day. I mean, yeah, if you're intrigued and you want to broaden your horizons in hot drinks, then yeah, I would most definitely recommend it. There's always nothing wrong with trying new things, which is one thing that I've learned very much, especially doing uni as well. Especially doing this as well. Right, my like target has just kind of creeped down a little bit. I've now on 9 likes now. Either people are on liking, or my stream is just glitching or lagging. I mean, I don't believe in all that stuff, to be honest. Maybe I was on likes the whole time and it's maybe got a bit too overexcited on a like target and it's pushing me a bit too much over the top. I always try and do that when I have fish and chips. Yeah, wait, are you talking about the lemon part? Oh yeah, I guess you can have lemon with fish and chips, actually. I don't have lemon with fish and chips. You know, there's very few things I really have lemon, because lemon's something I don't really tend to eat that much, so I don't like it too much. But it's all right, service. In fact, no, calamari is something I have with lemon, and that's brilliant. Right, FIFA's agreeing with another one of my results. This is getting a bit scary now. They're agreeing with a lot of my results, which I don't know if I like. Okay, let's go to the next match. What did I say? It was going to be Fulham and Swansea, I believe. Fulham Swansea. Let's go do that. Favorite cuisine? I've completely forgotten what game I was doing as. It was Fulham against... Oh, you absolute plonker. Swansea, that's it. The other team wearing right. There we go. Yeah, for favourite cuisine probably would be... Italian, maybe. Italian probably edges it. Jack hates cooked mushrooms but loves raw mushrooms. You see, that's interesting. You see, because cooked mushrooms for me, I don't mind. You know, have them in spag bowl, have them with pasta, have them on pizza. They're really nice cooked. It's raw mushrooms, I don't know. And actually, that same goes with tomatoes. Cooked tomatoes, I don't tend to mind that much. But raw tomatoes, honestly, the most disgusting thing ever. Controversy alert. Raw tomatoes are the worst thing to eat ever. There's a meze pub in Bristol and the calamari there is so good. Yeah, there's a meze in Chelmsford as well, actually. I can't remember where it is. I've not been there for a while, but I know there is definitely one. Yeah, I've had calamari in many restaurants, actually, to be honest. But yeah, I love it. Love calamari. The ideal starter if you don't want to have anything too heavy. It's crazy how little I've looked at the TV today. You know, I could just look like this to the TV. I've just watched a game, but now I'm in more control. I've got it in a system right in front of me, right there. Right, thanks everyone for supporting the stream, by the way. I do appreciate it. For like the 800th time. I don't know if there's a strike, because now my like target's going low. It's going to 8 likes now. And the views have just been alright. If you're not hit that subscribe button, please do so. It does really help, by the way. Have I had snails? Answer, negative. I've not had snails. I've had frog's legs before, but I've not had snails before. Probably I would try it now. I think when I was younger, I was just very creeped out to have it. But with part of my family being part French, you know, it's probably something I probably should have tried already. But yeah, I have had frog's legs before. Which basically, you know, like with most things that are deep fried or whatever, it just tastes like chicken, really, to be honest. You can explain the lights thing. Well, lecture me, Charlie. Tell me what's going on. The worst medicine I've ever had is penicillin. God, that's an interesting question. The worst medicine I've ever had. I tell you what, I was given a sedative medicine. I forgot what it was. I don't think it was morphine, because I know I would have acted out if it was morphine. One other person in my family said morphine, but I won't tell you who. But yeah, I had a sedative when I was getting the filling, and I tell you what, I didn't recover from the sedative until the very next day. I had to sleep for, I'm not even joking, for about 30 hours to get around it. I think it was just a really strong drug to give to me whilst I was only 10 years old at the time. YouTube doesn't like a lot of accounts liking at once, so it deducts. Oh, right, that's so it's basically Jack's likes being taken away. And Fulham's just scored as well. Bobby Reed with the goal. As you know, I work in a restaurant, and it used to be a bank, but now a restaurant, and they sell Turkish food. I've had snails and frog's legs. I didn't actually know you were. I didn't actually know you worked in a restaurant. I knew you had a thing in Tesco's, but I didn't know you worked at the restaurant. That's really cool. I assume you are a waiter, maybe. If you're a cook there, then that's unbelievable work experience to have in your age. It does it with subs as well, Alex. Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that would make sense. But the thing is with my account, you know, no one, you know, they don't you know, my subs are not just ticking all the time, really, to be honest. So yeah, Charlie, yeah, I think you're absolutely right. So yeah, I think, especially with Jack, if you just like it, and just switch to an account like once a minute and then maybe do it, it'll work. You just wash and dry up. Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait a second. What I will say, I think they should give you an opportunity to wait. I actually think it would be... Oh, Kyo to Zamora. Oh! Alright, it's half time. We've got 1-0 Fulham at the moment. If I were to name the game, I would have to go all the way back to 2014. Wembley Stadium. That was an unbelievable game, that. Really. It was incredible. You know, we saw drama the year before with the whole knockout thing. And obviously Deeney. And to have that within another year is incredible. And Fulham are now running wild against Swansea. 2-0 up they find themselves. I think that's Ivan Cavaliero with the goal, if I can decipher it correctly. I mean, I don't back FIFA to do their faces all that well, to be honest. Oh, good pass there. Just no one marking him. And it's a really good goal. I might have another soon as well. Working with my mate who likes Bills things. So you have to just... Oh, so you're going to do... I wouldn't say construction, but potentially... what do you call it? Because I was offered a job like that as well, but I forgot what you call it. Would it be a bit like manual labour, maybe? Or would it actually be involved with construction? I mean, it's probably going to be something potentially basic, really, if it's, you know, easy to apply to. Pub or nightclub? Impossible question for me. Because I've had very different experiences in both places too. See, the thing is, I've been through a nightclub the whole night, but I've never been through a pub the whole night. And I swear, if you go through a pub the whole night, it could be such vibes, especially if there's football on. Pubs are very intimidating when you watch football, I'll tell you that. And it looks like Jamal Lowe has got one back for Swansea. And what's also scary, I've also predicted 2-1 to Fulham, I believe. Let me check my prediction again. Wrong button. It's a good goal by Jamal Lowe. Yeah, I've predicted 2-1. Why is FIFA going for all of my results? Either FIFA's onto something or FIFA's sabotaging my results. It could just be the latter, to be honest. So, if I was to pick... Problem is, nightclubs in Chelmsford aren't great. I've got to be honest, they're not great. If there's... You know, if any of you wanted to try out a nightclub for the first time, just don't go Chelmsford. I wouldn't recommend it. Not like, you know, that stuff happens that shouldn't happen. I just think the vibe is not... It's not there. I've got to be honest. It's a pretty soulless place. But if you were to afford one in London, God, I mean... I might change my opinion if I've been to a London nightclub, but you know what? I wouldn't mind a pub all night, to be honest. Pubs are like the best meeting rituals you can get. And nightclubs, you know, you just see who's around, don't you? So, yeah, they're just very completely different things. It's very difficult to compare, to be honest. Yeah, so Charlie, if you were to like on all your accounts, if you just did it one at a time very slowly, then, you know, then it would, you know, probably would accept your likes that way. I remember 9-year-old me watching England and Iceland in a pub in Mallorca. Really? God, could you imagine? Was that 2016 England, Iceland? It must have been. Must be expensive in a London nightclub. Well, we're looking at potentially £50 to get in itself. And that's excluding prices for not only for tickets, but for drinks and other facilities too. Chelmsford, some tickets are free, some you're getting for £5. They are very expensive around London, but they're better. And that is why a lot of people do want to go around partying in London. That is why. God, it's crazy to know that you were 9 years old when England played Iceland. I was doing my GCSEs at that time. You've just double checked and still said they're live. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, it literally can be that ridiculous. It really is that ridiculous, Charlie. I've not been in one myself. When I do go in one myself, I'll tell you the exact price. But yeah, they really charge ridiculous prices in London. They do. Harry, welcome to the stream. It's been a while actually, Harrison, since we saw you actually. But yeah, welcome back. We always welcome everyone back with open arms. What? Yeah, there's no way. Do you really want to mess with a bouncer? You know, people get paid to be security guards there. Or bouncers, you know, as you would know them in nightclubs. And even in Chelmsford, the ones they have there are very intimidating. You know, definitely ones that go to gym at 6 in the morning and then has a protein milkshake and then goes to the gym straight after they finish work afterwards. So, yeah. Sneaking is not always the best option, you know. Alright, hang on a minute. Let me just figure out what game is next. It's Luton. If I need to go down to the championship there. Sorry. Got Luton going up against Coventry. Now that's a good game. That will be a good game, I think. Coventry. Luton Coventry's there. Carl being a bouncer. You know what? He probably could, maybe. Well, your friendly bouncer, but he would actually do his job well as well. Is Neil Warnock the new Gary Monk at Middlesbrough? It's difficult because there are some similarities, you could say, but I genuinely think Middlesbrough have also been quite unlucky too. I really do think Middlesbrough have been unlucky at times, but what they need to do is that they need to make their own luck by just doing more. If Neil Warnock could just tell, you know, every, you know, member of that team, you know, the difficulties and, you know, be some inspiration and just inspire them just to do more, then I see Middlesbrough improving. But yeah, it's difficult. It's really difficult, really, to put your finger on what's going on with that. Man, Juventus, 2 days' time is going to be interesting for Chelsea, isn't it? Knocked someone out. I assume that's him asking me if I've knocked someone out. No, I think someone asked me this in the last stream. I'm just not someone that likes fighting. I don't really get into confrontations. What do you think about Steve Cooper? Well, with him getting the Forest job, what I think he will do, he'll improve Forest defensively. I just fear that he won't improve them attacking wise because I've seen him doing well at Swansea, but one kryptonite was his was the lack of goals Swansea scored. So it can work if he, you know, introduces a new system. One thing I will say, he is very versatile with his managerial flexibility. So that could potentially help Forest just to get some new, fresh ideas. Yeah, they're without Dybala. They're without another one as well. I can't remember who it was. No, I thought Morata is gone as well, I think. I think Morata... Well, no, wait. Hang on, I'm so confused here. I can't remember who was out. I can't remember who was out for Juve. There was a thing I got this morning that told me who was out for Juventus, but I can't remember. Let me just go on football. I might find it out there. Yeah, Morata's out. I thought he was out. Yeah, it was Dybala and Mount who are injured, so they won't feature for Juventus against Chelsea. Killed someone. Yes, of course, I'm an enemy. I've killed... Oh, what a save. I've killed someone... No, it's gone right, actually. My mistake. I've killed someone, and I just remember getting a 20 kill streak on GTA. And Call of Duty. That's what I meant to say. So yeah, in a video game, yes. Real life, sadly, no. Oh my goodness me. Wow. I can get so tired around here. God, how's it 6:15 already? The review video is not going to be out till like 10 PM at this rate. I'm going to have dinner soon. Either way, it gives you guys more than 24 hours to put your predictions in, which is what's important. Have you ever stole? I was going to say, stole anything. Well, the good old pound coin you find on the road. Just you quickly pick it up and get it stuck in your shoes, pretending that, you just didn't see it. Same with the £5 note, you just naturally, very slowly wrap it around and pretend you didn't see it either. So with things on the road, yes, but in terms of other people's things, nah, not done that. You broke someone's back non-intentionally in primary school. That's quite extreme. What on earth did you do? Did you push them off some monkey bars or something? Was it a football tackle that just went for the back rather than the ball? I don't know. How can you break someone's back in primary school? I mean, I can understand someone breaking their back at that age, but how can a child break someone else's back? That's one thing I'm interested to know. You stole Harry's pound. Oh dear, I surrender. The only police that will be arresting me will be the police from the village people. Oh god, I hope you get that reference. Should Mick McCarthy be sacked? If Mick McCarthy doesn't pick up a win for Cardiff in the next 2-3 games, I think the question's got to be asked. It'll be difficult against West Brom, but they could definitely turn it around. But oh god, I'm not too sure really. I never like to say when a manager should get sacked because I never tend to agree with it. But based on what I've seen, questions will be asked if he can't pick up a win in this next 2-3 games. Because I remember Neil Harris going on a similar form like this, and it really did cost him his job. Fly kick them in the spine. Probably that. I thought my stream was going to lag out again. I stole some Haribos and the shop in an airport once. I once walked out of them and I was like, oh shit, I forgot to pay for them and I didn't. Well, did the alarms go off? Because, well, I've just completely missed a goal. Not Coventry. Luton have taken the lead. Harry Cornick with the opening goal. I tell you what, if the alarms didn't go off, then you're lucky if you're able to walk out from them. Charlie wants an apology from probably something he did 10 years ago, but whatever. Oh my goodness me. For some reason I feel like the games are getting longer. I really appreciate everyone watching this, by the way, because I feel like if I'm making myself bored, how on earth am I making you feel? But no, I do appreciate all your support. I don't think I'm going to upload tomorrow, guys. It's going to be very difficult for me to do it. Probably not even Wednesday either, honestly. In general, it's going to be so difficult to upload. In fact, what I might be able to do Wednesday will be maybe the first FIFA 22 predicts on the Wednesday, because it's my, my one non-uni day. I just got to make sure that I don't stream close to my work schedule this time. Guys were probably laying about those 3 foot says, but it was still stealing, wasn't it? I've known young kids stealing stuff and getting them into really serious trouble from it. I was literally on the tyres and I jumped to one that somebody else was on. It must be years since, and you one I think may slipped out. Wait. On the tyres, jumped to one that somebody else was on it. Must have been a year 6, and I think he's... Oh, so you broke a year 6 person's back by jumping on their tire. I hope you knew who he was, or he knew who you were. If not, how awkward would that would have been? Make sure to do the right games as well. Yeah. Yeah. That was a disaster. That really was. I promise it won't be that stressful again. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, when you've fallen on your back and you don't feel good, you do have to get it checked out. I remember when we were doing... Oh, this could be I can't believe it. This is another game that FIFA's agreeing with me on. This is so scary. Oh my god, I predicted 1-1 for this game and FIFA's agreeing. No. Well, how, for a start, are we getting goals this time? I would have liked to see this many goals in the last time I did this. But why is FIFA agreeing with all of my goals? It's Gael Carrez with a goal as well, who I sing my praises in my review video coming later. This seems so suspicious. You've never broken a bone? Neither have I. I've never actually ever broken a bone, surprisingly. I think I've told you guys that before plenty of times. I know for some of those clubs is where you'd expect it, but no, never have actually broken a bone. This is like the 5th game FIFA has agreed with my score. If I did that in the video, I'll just keep on saying FIFA 21 is actually going to agree with me. Like, the amount of times I would have said it would have been around 5-6 times at this rate now. And that's the full-time whistle. Wow. Very, welcome to today's Championship prediction. Pre-warning, no way. You know what? This is why I do these streams. Because sometimes people say, oh, you copied FIFA. You're letting a computer game do it for you. Be quiet. I'm doing this with my own thought. Thank you. Right. I don't even know what's the next game. I've lost my train of thought. Because I was looking at the injuries for Juventus. Right, next is Millwall. They've got Bristol City. Now, are we going to see a 1-1 draw with FIFA? Because they seem to be only getting one result at the moment, and that's a draw, specifically of the 1-1 kind. I remember one of their friends said to me to help him up, but then it was like, I don't know what I've done. My God, that's crazy. I mean, at the time, God, so year 1, so yeah, you would have been very young at the time, really. So you probably would not have understood what you've done, to be honest. And then the rest, I'm thinking, like, you've just really seriously injured this guy. Mill. I tell you what. I tell you what would be a very funny chance if the Mill fans did Mill and then the opposing fans followed that with F, and then you fuse those together. Oh man, it'll be a typical like chant as well, and dirty football humour as well. Yeah, you only need one F in the end of that word to make it turn into something different. Let's stop digging this hole, should I? Let's actually dig myself out of it and actually move on. Let's not go into Mark Goldbridge territory where I've got to try and classify what I'm trying to say. Right. So far we've got a draw, but we've not got a 1-1 draw, which is interesting. I've not actually predicted a 1-1 draw either. Were they really singing the song by Fergie, that song? I know the song, but I don't know the lyrics to it. Ah, jeez. Music nowadays, it really shuns to what I'm used to. And call me a granddad, I don't even care at this rate. I like my classic tunes. Right, so far, Mill living up to their name. Currently a draw, 0-0 though. That's not what I predicted. Both sides have been involved with a 0-0 draw so far this season though. So that could be a possibility. Ooh. God, 17 away from 800, that's crazy. Oh, it sounds like the rest of my family have just arrived. Just heard the door go. There we go. Right, I thought my stream lagged out as well. We saved it. We've saved it. Oh, PS5, don't reboot now. I don't need that from you. I tell you what, yesterday I was walking near the train station and there was a group of men, probably in their 20s, and they were taking money from his own car. It's disgusting. I would have hoped that they were drunk or either drugged up, because morally they would know they shouldn't do that. But God, where was that? Was that in Leeds? Was that in Yorkshire? Was that in London? I mean, it's very sad. With the society we are in at the moment, you know, we are filled with a very reactionary society, is what I call it. You know, based on what's going on with the petrol situation. And based on stories like that. Oh, they put the money back. Well, clearly the guy probably reacted, and then other people probably told him they can't do that. They can't though. Like, what gives them the right? Because at that point, it's theft. It's theft. You know, they're stealing generosity from someone else at someone else's expense as well. Morally, just very, very wrong. It was in Leeds City Centre, alright. It's a real shame that those sorts of things exist. Right. God, what a dull game this is. 0 shots in that first half. But we've only got one more game after this as well, which I believe is Peterborough and Bournemouth. Don't lag out. Thank you. I'll tell you what, guys, so this is a question. What sort of thing are you going to see in the cinema soon? Or if you have been to the cinema recently, what have you seen recently? I'll tell you what I've seen recently. So, I am planning to see No Time to Die. Don't know when I'll see it, but I'll see it very soon. Traditionally, I do tend to watch Bond on its release. And very recently, I've been to the cinema for the first time in 2 years, pretty much since COVID. And I saw, what's it called? The one with Ryan Reynolds and Judy Comer. Free Guy. Saw that very, very recently. Oh, that's we're not getting a draw at the moment because Mill have just scored. This can be a big goal if Bristol City cannot get a goal. I swear though, if Bristol City equalise, this will be 6-7. Correct. Oh my gosh, what a goal as well. I watched the new Free Guy film in the cinema in the other weekend. How did you find the film, by the way? I've got a couple opinions on it. Yeah, new Free Guy. Yeah, Free Guy is the film I saw literally a couple of days ago now. I'll see No Time to Die. I don't know when, but as I said, you know, I will find a time and a place to watch it. Hardly go to cinema. Well, to be honest, I'm the same. You know, I you know, even when I've not been to the cinema for over 2 years because of COVID, don't really go that much anyway. You know, most of the time it's really, you know, like a family thing. But unfortunately, you know, now with me getting a job and other people doing things, you know, we don't really have the time for stuff like that anymore. Never have I been to a film to see by myself. You know, just what's the fun in that? You know, if that makes sense. It was alright, a bit weird. I think definitely the concept, if you put it down, it can be quite a weird. It was almost like, I tell you what, it's basically a fusion of the Lego Movie and Pixels. I think that's the best description I can give with that movie. It's a fusion of Lego Movie and Pixels. Because there are elements from both of these films that really are obvious in that film too. I thought the casting was fantastic. I'll give them that. I thought the casting was terrific. They got some really big people in there as well. But overall, I actually thought, you know, out of all the films I've seen, you know, it was quite good. Okay, a bit cheesy with its references, but especially at one particular scene. I think Hunningham might know what scene I'm referring to, but overall, it was rather an enjoyable film. And actually, you know, if you know a lot of the actors in that film, you know, you can really connect with them. What's your favourite sauce? You know what? Well, why did you put a smiley face at mayo? Mayo's not funny. Oh, don't disconnect now. No, don't disconnect. We still on? I think we're still on. I think we're just about. I think there was some lag, but we saved it. Don't know why I put the smiley face of mayo. There's nothing funny about mayo. But honestly, I don't really like many sauces, to be honest. I'm not someone that really asks for extra sauce and stuff. I guess barbecue maybe would be my favourite. But I do sometimes have a problem with its sweetness. But I guess if I were to pick, then probably barbecue. I think sweet chili as well, actually, is not bad. Jack says go with my girlfriend. Well, I would if she were to exist, personally. It's just a lot hate it. I think you've changed the intention of the joke there. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of mayo, to be honest. It's a bit. I can't even describe the taste, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, final game already. Peterborough going up against AFC Bournemouth. Unlike the cycling GK, love tomato ketchup. Yeah, a lot of people love tomato ketchup. For me, I mean, you already know my disgust for tomatoes, but also I find it too sweet as well. So that's two things that are that go against ketchup in my estimation for me. You've mixed mayo and ketchup before and it bangs. Does it? That might be something I might need to try, but you get just basically a pink sauce now. I think there's actually such thing as pink sauce, which does actually merge the two together, but yeah, naturally, I'm not someone, you know, I'm being a bit hypocritical. I'm saying, oh, try some new things. I'm very stubborn when it comes to sauces. I don't really try them. It's just my go-to sauce with McDonald's or something. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much everyone's go-to sauce, really. Have you had barbecue on pizza base? And he's saying it's godly. Yeah, I would agree. I wouldn't put it down as godly. I do prefer a tomato base to a barbecue base on a pizza. But I don't mind it. Especially if you've got flavours that complement the barbecue sauce. If it's on its own, I would find the pizza too sweet. But if you've got other things that complement the sauce, then it'd be a really good base. On kebab, either barbecue or yogurt and mint. So what sauces is that? I mean, if we're talking about kebabs now, I mean, I do love kebabs. I really, really do. Ooh. Looks like Peterborough defending quite well there. Looks like Portsmouth... I was nearly say Portsmouth there. Portsmouth would wish they were in this league. They're trying to get to it. Peterborough doing defending a little bit. But now they're trying to go forward. I just noticed it's gone quite dark in my area now. But that's down to this weather being autumn. What do you think of MK Dons' new manager? Well, I'll tell you this. He's doing an absolute miracle because MK Dons are doing absolutely, like, they're doing incredibly well. They're doing incredibly well. They're defying the odds. They are up there in the table. Oh, no, I think it's lagging. No, I thought it was lagging, but I think we've saved it. Yeah, I mean, MK Dons are just incredible. Really, really incredible. And they've made some signings as well. Like, Troy Parrott is one I think people have forgotten. He's gone to MK Dons, but he I think is really going to make a really, really good difference, to be honest. But I'm just happy for them, to be honest. And Liam Manning, who, of course, is the guy in charge, of course, now. My go-to chippy order. You know, I don't really go to chippies that much, to be honest. So I don't really think I could answer that, to be honest. Yeah, I don't really go to chippies. Just basic cod with chips and mushy peas. I go for I tell you what, I have had haddock before, but I think just a regular cod probably, and just salted chips maybe. Is he better than Russell Martin? In getting results, he's better than Russell Martin. The football, that's something that people can, debate on and, have an opinion on. If anything, Russell Martin could turn out to be one of the greatest managers in the Championship if he could turn Swansea around. His football, very engaging, Russell Martin. But right now, Liam Manning, you would say, is better because he's getting better results and MK Dons are going places. Could you imagine if MK Dons return to the Championship? I remembered when they were promoted. I didn't watch the Championship that much back then, and I was doing my GCSEs. In fact, it would have been around the time I was doing my GCSEs. But it was an incredible moment to see MK Dons reach new heights like that. To be honest, I always forget what's on the menus for stuff, so I normally get what I normally get. Yeah. I don't tend to research that much when it comes to eateries, unless it's something I've not done before, or unless it's something that I'm feeling a bit more adventurous and I just want to try something new, to be honest. So, yeah, to be honest, it's almost like an automatic thing. You know what you're going to order. You know how to brush your teeth. You know when to shower. You know when to eat breakfast. You know what you have for breakfast as well. You know when you get changed. You know when you leave the house. Jody Morris was once linked to MK Don's role. Man, yeah. I mean, I'm glad he didn't take it, to be honest. I think Jody Morris still just needs just that little bit of time. Get him like another job where I think he can definitely thrive. Him working with Frank Lampard was good. And Solanke, what a save. That's a fantastic save. Was he offside? No, it was a corner. I was going to say. Good defending by Peterborough again. They're doing well to keep Bournemouth quiet at the moment. I think I've predicted 2-0 in this game. I swear they actually get this as well. Because FIFA's predicted like half of my results for Matchday 10, which I don't know if it's a good thing or not. It probably isn't, to be honest. Try para, be like go, 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 go. Yeah, that's a great chant. If that was a thing, with the repetitiveness, of course, with the parrot. Come on, we want a goal here. We want a goal to end the stream. Is this the final game? It is. Harrison's probably thinking, oh, thank God, this is nearly over. Yeah, this is the final game, Harrison. So let's hope for a good game at least. So to go through results, I remember Cardiff West Brom was 1-1, which was the same as mine. Huddersfield Blackburn was 0-0, I think, which wasn't mine. I predicted 2-1 Blackburn. Hull Blackpool, I predicted 1-0 Blackpool, and they predicted that. Preston Stoke, I went for 1-0 Stoke, and they definitely didn't agree with me on that. Middlesbrough Sheffield United, I went for 2-0 Sheffield United. They predicted 2-0 Sheffield United. They predicted 2-1 Birmingham, which I didn't predict, so they predicted half of my Tuesday's games. For the rest, they predicted... was Barnsley Forest 0-0 or 1-1? I can't remember. It was a draw, basically. So same outcome, but probably not same result. Derby Reading was 1-1, which I predicted. Fulham Swansea 2-1 Fulham they predicted, which is what I predicted as well. Millwall Bristol City might have been 1-1, I think. I can't remember. It was 1-0 Millwall. I know Millwall scored, but it was either 1-0 or 1-1. Luton Coventry was 1-1. So that's 6 in itself. That's unbelievable. How can FIFA predict that many games? Can you start the Timo things? No. No, yeah. I might think of a new thing. How time flies has been a great stream. Thank you so much, Harry. I do appreciate it. Scott Parker should get Manager of the Month. Based on how good Bournemouth have been, I think, well, I believe it should either be Scott Parker or Mark Robbins. That's the two that stick to my mind who should get Manager of the Month. Might go to, I can't remember, who got Manager of the Month last month? I can't remember who got it. But definitely I would award it to either Scott Parker or Mark Robbins. Okay. That's the final game, 0-0. So they've actually not predicted anywhere close to what I predicted. So, unfortunately, guys, that will have to end the stream from here. I've really enjoyed the stream today. If you guys enjoyed it, please give the video a like. It does tremendously help the channel if you do like the stream. Please do hit that subscribe button if you haven't done, or if you are new around here. It does really help. Just to remind you, in fact, I need to change this window capture because we don't need to look at the Excel anymore. Where's the... oh, this is annoying. Why isn't... Alright, forget. I was going to show you my subscriber count, but the thing wouldn't work for some reason. Right, well, 783 at the moment. 17 away, of course, till 800. So if you can get there, that would be amazing. Now, guys, my review video will be coming later today. So... keep your eyes peeled on my channel. It will be released, and that is the time for you to leave your score predictions for match day 10. But that wraps it up for today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary for showing me this stream. And as always, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.